can't wait it out tonight. Baby, you special.
Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another vlog. Happy Sunday. So since it is Sunday, I'm doing a Sunday reset to basically reset for the work week. And to be honest, I've been in a bit of a rut, so I haven't been motivated to do anything outside of just cleaning the kitchen and the dining room area. So we do have to mop the floor and do a few other things around the house. So instead of doing a monthly reset this month, we're going to do a Sunday reset, and I'll touch on some of the things that I set goal-wise last month and why I'm not going to be doing a monthly reset this month. But it is 10:37. We just got to Target. Not too much on Target. I know some people are still boycotting them, but there are a few things I need to get for the girls that are either only sold at Target or I have to order them online, and we just don't have time to wait for an online order. So here we are. We're going to run to Target to get a few things. I also need to return these shorts because after only one wash, it already has a hole in it, and I just bought these like not even 2 weeks ago. So yeah, we have to get those returned to get a new pair. Justin is currently at Sam's, and he's also going to run to Publix. We are tag teaming groceries this week, so this should be interesting to see how this goes. But I don't want to ramble on too long. I just wanted to quickly say hi to you guys. We're doing a Sunday reset, so let's get it. We are back home from Target, and that was an absolute disaster. So I didn't get to show you guys what I picked up from Target, so I'll show you guys in a second. But let's do a quick haul from the grocery store. Most of the things that are not in bags came from Sam's, of course. But let's show you what we got. This should last us for about maybe 2 to 3 weeks, but it just depends on how much the kids eat. So let's show you what we typically buy. We have some chicken, whole chickens, we have ground beef, we also have our breakfast sausage here. We usually buy the beef sausage, and we also get turkey bacon. Of course, you need fruit for the kids, so we got them some blackberries, strawberries, banana, and watermelon. They also needed some oatmeal for those quick days when I don't feel like making a full breakfast. We also stocked up on our pasta sauces, more protein pasta, cheese, corned beef, if you know, you know, broccoli, mixed vegetables, chicken nuggets for the kids, as well as some french fries. So we also got the kids some corn dogs for those days when they're at home on the weekend. They just want a quick lunch. More French toast sticks, as well as pancake corn dogs. We also needed to stock up on more pull-ups for Journey. We have more of the essentials, which is the yogurt, applesauce, cookies, more Chobani yogurt, apple juice for the kids, noodles, and chips. This was a fairly large grocery haul, so this should last us for about 2 to 3 weeks, hopefully for a full month. But we'll see how much we actually use because these kids love snacks. But I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff away so I can get started with my to-do list, because I do need to actually get some work done today for my contract. So we need to clean the house, put away the groceries. We need to mop the floor. The floor is disgustingly dirty, so I need to mop the floor. And then I'll try to talk about some of the goals that I set for last month and what I'm going to do differently this month, because I'm not going to do a full monthly reset. was able to put the food away, wash the dishes, clean the refrigerator out, and do a bit of laundry, I can finally sit down to talk to you guys a little bit about why I'm not doing a monthly reset this month. So if you guys haven't picked up by now, I'm very ambitious. I do like to set big goals for myself because this is what helps me keep my identity outside of being a mom. But I will admit that I've scaled back a bit on some of the goals that I wanted to set for this year. For the month of March, I really wanted to read 2 books and stay consistent with posting on YouTube, as well as finally get back onto my short form content. However, that did not happen, if I'm being honest. I will say that I think I did pretty decent considering that I did have to stop posting as frequently as I was for the month of March. I think I still had about 5 uploads, which is better than 0, if I'm being honest. With my contract role, hours picked up quite a bit, so that took away a lot of the free time that I would usually have to edit my YouTube videos. And if I'm being honest, like, I tend to beat myself up a lot when I don't do what I say that I'm going to do, because to me, that's like a really big keeping your word, not only to yourself, but of course to you guys, because I told you I was going to post twice a week and I wasn't able to do that because I had other obligations that took my time away. So I had to do a bit of reflecting, and I think moving forward, instead of having 2 dedicated days per week that I post, I'm just going to post 2 videos a week, and it's going to be whenever I feel like I can get that video up. Because with this contract role, on top of working full-time and being a mom, I don't have much free time to be able to record and edit. Like, I can record videos all day long, but it comes down to actually editing the videos and getting them up on YouTube. And that's where I've been struggling the most the past 2 months, if I'm being honest. So instead of beating myself up, like I just said, I'm just going to commit to 2 videos a week with no schedule. I'll try to give you guys an advance notice if I know that I can't get them up, but that is what I'm leaning towards. As right now, I don't see any other way that I could do it. I am going to slowly get back on short form content. I figured the best way for me to do it so that I don't have to film videos every single day is to film 2 short form vlogs in one day, and that way I can just edit them over a couple of days and then, you know, continue on with recording that way. I feel like that's going to be the best approach that I can take in order to stay on top of my content moving forward. But yeah, this month, this contract role completely wiped me out. Typically, I only work about maybe 6-7 hours a week, but this month I worked over, like, some weeks it was 15 hours. One week I had almost 25 hours work. No, 22 hours. It's about 22 hours of work in 1 week on top of working full-time. So it was a lot of work that I put in this month for this contract role. And like I said, it's very sporadic, so I don't know if it's going to continue on with this trend, because some of the things they've been giving me to do, it does take quite a bit of time to actually complete it. So fingers crossed that I'm able to figure out a new schedule with whatever work they give me for the contract role, so it doesn't interrupt my posting schedule again. But all that to say, I'm not doing a monthly reset this month, only because I already feel bad about not being able to achieve some of the goals that I set. So I'm just not going to do it this month. I'm not going to set any goals this month, and we'll reconvene in the month of May to see where we stand and if I want to set some goals for the month of May, which I probably will. But it is now, oh Jesus, well, it is now 2 o'clock. We are going to get ready to go to Justin's mom's house to eat dinner, because she typically cooks Sunday dinner for us. And then I'm going to come back home and finish cleaning up and get started on my contract work, because I do need to get that done tonight so that I can basically give an update on Monday morning.
Did we, Mommy?
Yes, you did.
Oh.
So it's a couple hours later, and we're just getting back home from Justin's mom's house. It is now 5:56, and around 6:30ish we're going to go for a quick walk around the neighborhood. But I just wanted the sun to go down a bit, because for it to be almost 6 o'clock, it is still like in the 90s, and it is hot and humid, and I just don't want to go for a walk when it's still this hot out. So I'm going to wait for the sun to go down just a bit more, and then we'll go for a quick walk around the neighborhood to get our steps in for today. But in terms of my to-do list and cleaning, the only thing I have to do now is fold the clothes that are still in the dryer. And then I also need to mop the floor, but I'm not going to mop the floor until later this evening when the kids are getting ready for bed, so I don't have to worry about them coming back and making a mess on the floor again. So that's the plan for that. But I figured while I'm sitting here waiting for the sun to go down a bit, I could use this time to either get some work done for my contract, or I can plan out some content for this week. And I think I want to choose planning content for this week, and then I'll jump into the contract work later this evening as well. So let me get my computer and we're going to sit to the dining room table to plan out some content for this week, because your girl is officially ready to come back all in and get back on track with content. Been back from our walk for about 10 minutes or so. Came back, I had to get some of this contract work finished. I'm probably gonna be working on this for the rest of tonight, but at around 7:30 I'm gonna step away so I can get the girls in the tub and I can go ahead and just do my night shift as early as possible for the living room and the kitchen area, so that I can shut this area down and I can go take a shower and go in the room and finish this contract work for the rest of tonight. But I will say that today was successful, although I still was not as motivated to get anything done. Yeah. So it is actually the next day, and I did not mop the floor last night like I wanted to, because as soon as I put the pot on the stove to boil the water to mop the floor, the girls came running out of the room screaming and crying. So we had a bit of a crisis last night, so I needed to put them to bed, and by the time they were actually sleeping, it was too late to mop the floor, in my opinion. So we're gonna do that really quickly right now because the girls are at school and I'm currently on break from work, so I'm gonna quickly mop the floor, and then I think I'm probably gonna end the vlog after I mop the floor to start a new vlog for today. And I'm probably gonna bring you guys along for a couple days in my life on this next vlog. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do.